can see me kind of. This meeting is being live streamed. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ready?
I did that pretty fast. Not really.
Okay.
Oh, somebody is gone live.
Okay, we are definitely live, but my cameras aren't showing, so I've got to fix those.
Oh no. So let's see. I'm still not getting the let me go to your channel. Hey everybody, if there's anybody, I can't see nothing yet. This is our first live, just in case. Bear with us.
Okay. All right. We are where we're supposed to be, under the correct link.
Oh, we are? Okay. Okay. So I have to send me all them instructions. Do you have them written down?
Sort of. What is going on here?
Trying to go to
Okay.
Don't want to see that.
Forgive us while we work through these technical difficulties.
There you are. Okay. Now I need to see this chat. No. Is that you? No. That's something you did an hour ago. Here it is. I see it. It says it's in live. There you are. Okay.
Something is wrong. Why am I hearing myself in the back?
No.
What am I doing?
Is that you? No. That's something you did an hour ago. I'm trying. I see you. So glad I caught you live. Okay, so there's Laura. We're working out. This is our first live. So if there's anybody there, we're learning. Bear with us. I do see a Laura. Let's see. And I got to pop out this chat. So, hey, we have one Laura. So happy about that. She is embroidering a quilt label. Oh, okay. Oh, you do embroidery. Is that like on a machine, or is that you're doing it by hand? Like, how are you doing that? The shit show. Yes, it can be interesting, can't it? It's all my fault. It's not any of her fault. It's all my fault. Shonda, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Everything with them is going to be delayed.
Okay.
So we'll see their comments, but okay. They'll be delayed.
She's doing it with a machine. Oh, I got an old Burnett 320, I think it was. I got it on sale from a quilt shop. And so I went and bought a whole bunch of thread for it, but I haven't been able to. I did do a test. I did it to my husband wanted names embroidered on his shirt. So I did do a test. It came out okay. It's not the one that has the whole thing that you take off and on. You just hook the embroidery hoops to a little thing right like that, and then it just moves the hoop. So it's not like that's how old it is. It doesn't even have an embroidery arm. So yeah, learning that. What kind of embroidery machine do you have? Are you just doing it with a regular sewing machine that has like the alphabet on it?
I know when I tried it on my like regular sewing machine and did letters, I didn't quite like how they looked.
No, I didn't either. Because the Eversong 30 has an alphabet on it. But I did it before my dad passed. I made him a quilt real quick, a lap quilt. And I tried to put my name on it. And you couldn't really, my brother's like, what do you do?
Because
Well,
I thought I would do it like in my binding. Like
mm-hmm.
before I attached my binding, I could like embroider my name. And I
Ooh,
thought that would be a nice way to sign my quilt just or to have my initials or something. But yeah,
yeah,
look, I don't this doesn't look good.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. Like I think with a regular embroidery machine it would look good, but just
yeah,
using the alphabet on my machine, I don't know. I personally didn't like it. But
yeah.
I want to revisit it though.
Yes, yeah. I didn't like it either.
I want to
Um,
give it another shot.
oh, her husband bought it for Christmas.
Nice, nice husband.
Epic 3. Okay. It's her dream machine. Can you just embroider
Oh,
on it? Got to do like, or you can do everything on it. That's my dream machine. Be able to quilt, piece, embroidery, everything on one machine. Now that would be a thing right there.
no, because I want a computerized. My dream machine is a computerized long arm. I don't really care about the sewing machine that I've got here, but I want a computerized
Yeah,
long arm so I can just put in some inputs and roll that thingy on the thing and
yeah,
just click a few buttons and it just quilts it for me. That's what I want.
right. Well, I've looked into that. What are the cheapest you can get that has the um what do you call it? The software to do that is like what
Yeah,
15,000. I mean, you could get a long arm, but getting that it's that software
it's the
that
software. The
yeah,
long arm isn't, that's not, I mean, it's not cheap, but the long
right,
arm isn't the big money. The big money is the technology.
right, yeah, yeah. Because I was looking at the well, I looked at the um it's green. It's the green and white one. I think it starts with an M. It's like a 15 or 16 inch.
I can't remember them all.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hoping eventually the prices come down.
I know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I
Or at
feel like
least, one day if I'm debt free, I can finance one or something. I don't know. Definitely can't pay for that puppy out of pocket.
no. And I mean, you can afford payments for the rest of your life.
I mean, it's like buying, I mean, we think about it, it's kind of like buying a car
Yeah.
and the payment would be similar.
Yeah.
At least that's how I justify it to myself.
Right.
So I guess if I ever reach the point where I can afford two car payments, I can go ahead and get me a computerized long arm.
Yeah. 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 Car payments. We had that's funny because I was telling you my husband's Jeep broke down and we have an extra and my son's Jeep is broke down. So we're only using my Jeep Grand Cherokee. And we gave the we had a little Honda SUV that my stepdaughter is trying to she had to borrow it. So our extra is let me click this button. Our extra is being used. Never needed it until you let somebody use it.
Absolutely. Laura said, she said her husband's the absolute best. Oh, so it's a sewing and an embroidery machine. He wanted you to get a long arm, but she really wanted the updated embroidery sewing machine. And they've been married for 35 years and they financed it 60 months interest free. That's what I'm talking about, Laura. 60 months interest free. That's the only way I'm getting a long arm. But
Yeah.
first the kids have to get out of college first. I can't really do anything like that until they all graduate. So they're all self-sufficient at least. They have jobs and don't need mom to pay for
Yeah.
stuff.
We'll be married 24 years this year.
Nice.
So he was going to get you a long arm. Well, you know, that embroidery, can you quilt with that? Like, can you, like,
Some of them I know some of them you can. They have the frames and you can
yeah,
actually quilt in the frames.
right. So, do you have a gallery view, Shonda?
Who, me?
Yeah, because it's only like, it won't show both of us at the same time.
Yeah, it's like whoever's talking gets shown. I don't know how to make
Oh,
that different.
that's probably a setting. That's probably what that is.
I'm not I can't even say the word. So you know I can't do it. I'm not savvy enough to know to know how to fix that.
I wonder if it's the gallery view. Do you see that option up there anywhere?
There we go. All right, let me know if that changes in 20 seconds.
Okay, in 20 seconds.
That's about how long the delay is.
Okay. Children are done with college. That's great too. Yes, you did it. You did it. She said there's a lot of options for quilting in the hoop for the embroidery side of the machine. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only knew that because I follow Gudrun over on
Mm-hmm.
G Designs, and she had gotten a machine that had that capability, and I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I've been watching this. Laura might watch it. It's Carrie Bell. Is that her name? Carrie Bell. Have you ever seen her? She's a YouTuber. She also gives classes on. I think she works for like Sewing Machines Plus or something because um, I think she mentions them and she does classes for them or something. But the stuff that lady does with the embroidery machine, oh my goodness. I mean, she does, she's the reason I bought that used one actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. She's the one the reason why I bought that used one. I was like, and now I'm wondering, because I didn't even pay $300 for it. It was like $1,000 machine. And I think it's the Burnett Deco 320.
Okay.
Now I think I wonder if I bought it and it's like too old.
Well, does it have software?
Um, it doesn't have software, but you can get the you can buy the, what do you call it? You can buy the
Like the cartridges?
yeah, it has cartridges, but you can also like go on the computer on the laptop and buy what fonts or what, pretty picture you want, and you
Oh,
can
you can
put it
like download it.
and then stick it in there. I haven't
Okay.
done that yet because I don't want to waste money on it yet.
Right.
Because basically all the Christmas stuff was over there where the machine's at. And I really hadn't had a chance to get to it, but I do now. Is that machine loud? Can you hear it?
You might want to suppress your background noise.
Okay.
You just go into your settings and then audio and then and do background noise suppression. I just put mine on auto and it seems to do fine.
All right. I wasn't supposed to see me up close.
Laura asked if you could put the link in the chat for the lady that you were talking about, the channel that you were talking about that does a lot of the embroidery stuff.
Okay, I'll try. Let's see. Um, hmm.
Pop out this chat.
I don't see that setting. It didn't do it in the I don't know if I'm able to do it. Are you able to on your side?
You should at the bottom of your Zoom, does it say more? I mean, not yeah, does it say let's see, is it
Yeah,
the
I have a more,
right
but
place?
I have a more, but I don't have that option.
It's not there. Where your microphone is, like where the mute button is, the little microphone symbol.
Yeah,
Click on the little arrow next to that.
I don't that's what I'm saying. I don't have that option.
So you don't have a mute button and there's no little
I
arrow
have
next
a I do have a mute button.
and there's not a little tiny arrow next to it.
No, there's not. Let's see. Let me
Huh.
try this one. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if it's in the
No, because it's to each individual.
oh it is? Okay.
Because yeah, it's to each individual. You should be able to go in and change your. So you just have a mute and then a stop video, but there's no little arrow next to them.
Yeah, I mean I have a more options. I just don't have that option right there.
Yeah, it's not under more though.
I mean, I have a microphone, but there's no anything beside it other than stop video. There's the microphone.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
try to
So yeah, my microphone button has like a little tiny arrow next to it, and my stop video has a little tiny arrow next to it. So when I click it, I can choose different cameras. I can choose to blur my background. You might need to update your Zoom.
I can go out of it and check. Let me see.
Because you should be able to, because like right now you can't blur your background if you wanted to. If you don't have that option.
Yeah, I have backgrounds and effects option.
Okay. Okay. So but do you have any audio options?
Just disconnect audio.
So you don't have like select a microphone, select a speaker, test your speakers.
Let me
You don't have
see.
anything like
Medium
that?
tap it. Touch it. I need to touch up my appearance. Stop incoming. Show connected. Raise hand. Yeah. Um, let me pull it up on my computer.
Oh wait, yeah. You maybe are you on the app?
Yeah, I'm on the app.
Maybe the app might look different.
Yeah.
No, but I'm on the app for my computer. That's what I'm on. I'm not on the web page.
I'm gonna see if I can find her this lady. Oh, there's a Kathleen. I'm looking for her thing, Laura. Yes, you do deserve. If you did all that, you sure do deserve it.
Oh, hey, Kathleen.
So we got Kathleen and Laura.
Kathleen says she just finished trying to tidy up her sewing room. Not sure how much tidier it is. I feel that in my soul. She said, but she did gather a giant bag of stuff to give to a friend, so less to tidy on later on. Yeah, basically. No, it wasn't too loud. But just if you want to have that option to press it, because I think when I sew, I don't think you guys can hear it at all.
Let's see if I can find her.
I'm gonna sew something. You let me know if you can hear it.
Okay. We're learning, you guys. Um, and I know when you go watch Sean over there at the guy who sews, boy, he is on top. He is on top of it. I think I'm spelling her name wrong. You know, I've been having, and tell me if any of y'all have been having this problem with your subscriptions. Like I go in there to and I see them on my list of the things to view, but then when I click on it and it says I'm not subscribed.
What? Well,
Do
I
y'all?
have some of the people that I follow, like they've said they've made comments that like subscriptions were getting deleted, so make sure you were still subscribed.
Yes. Yes, I'm having that. I've seen that trouble myself. Um I don't know what the problem is of why that's happening.
Yeah, I don't know the why on that either. Did you ever hear my machine?
I didn't hear it at all. I didn't.
Yeah, that's that like for some like it'll completely suppress the sound of my machine. But it also might be because my camera is right next to my machine, whereas yours is farther apart, and that might be why. You probably have it on. It just probably is not going to work the same, exactly the same because you're farther away. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about this stuff.
I am so old. Like I'm so super old. I can't find anything.
It wasn't that loud.
I'm trying to find on my subscription list. Um, I think I'm spelling her name wrong. So what are y'all working on?
Yeah, what is everybody working on?
I thought it was Carabelle. Maybe it's not. I'm going to do embroidery and see what comes up because um, she was a real big one and she'll probably pop up somewhere. Like she even does, which you, Laura probably won't need her because, you know, but she even does classes.
Yeah, sometimes there are things that I just can't find. Like I was there was this lady I was following and she was doing these crochet tutorials and she was doing like a dishcloth series or a washcloth series and she was doing different stitches.
Yeah.
And I was following and then I didn't do it for like 6 months and then I went back to try to find the video and I couldn't find it anywhere. It's like it was gone. I even looked in like my full YouTube history and searched it and it
Yeah.
just was nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, my subscriptions are no, like, it's like, I know I have that subscription. Where did it go?
Yeah, I'm wondering if like YouTube like does some type of thing where it deletes stuff, maybe.
Did you change the name of your channel?
I changed it to Under the Needle Quilting and Crafts.
Oh, okay.
What, does it say something weird?
No, I guess I haven't never noticed the quilting and crafts.
I think I just did that like a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
Because I just realized that my channel name didn't say anything about what my channel's about.
Okay. She had to design the label. Now just stitching it out, find it super relaxing. Yeah, that's I'm so sorry. Um yeah, okay, so she's had to resubscribe to some too. So
Yeah.
good.
It's
That's really
like there's
I mean,
something going on.
yeah, I feel like it is too because it just wasn't something wasn't right about it. And then they'll show, you know how you have a subscription feed and obviously her thing is gone. Let me see if I can look in my history because I bet I got maybe one of them in my history. Um One of my histories I've been watching the bearded thrift machine where he goes to the Goodwills and stuff.
I have not seen that.
And he goes to garage sales and he thrifts.
I actually
I'm
don't watch a whole lot of entertainment stuff on YouTube.
I really like it's on my TV, so
Oh
I,
yeah.
I watch all kinds of stuff I probably shouldn't be watching. Well, no, that's my husband watching that stuff. Some of that stuff I can't watch. I can't, and I'm like, you got to go back to my channel. I don't have all this craziness on my channel.
I mean, I watch like when I watch TV, I guess I just watch like the shows that are on TV, but I don't really consume a lot of like independent like YouTube content like for entertainment. Like I watch like
Oh,
certain stores and things like that people that do crafting, but that's pretty much it. Like and then I consume like news and fitness.
well, I'll watch. I mean, I have my genre is all over the place. Um, some will be like news. It could be podcasts. I do watch a lot of podcasts. Um, I mean, it's a whole genre. I like watching Darlene. I like watching you.
Yeah, like I watch other creators, like people
Yeah,
that are like making stuff, but
yeah.
people that like just produce content to entertain, I don't
Okay,
watch a lot of that.
I
So
got you.
most of what I watch is like either world news or it's specific to like food and health and eating and diet and
Yeah,
exercise or and and that's pretty much it.
I got you.
There's only a couple that I watch for it, like a couple that I watch for entertainment, the strictly entertainment purposes.
Right. I know this woman just didn't disappear out of thin air.
That's how I felt about my washcloth lady. I was really upset because I liked her delivery, and I liked the series of stitches, and I had started um, stitching a washcloth, and then it was like she was just gone.
You know, you're going to think this is hilarious. Where'd you go? I can't see you.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, this camera right here wants to
Yeah.
keep stopping. It wants to always stop without me doing anything, telling it anything. It'll just stop. It'll just stop. I don't know why.
So there's this guy called the Midwest Magic Cleaner,
What?
and he goes to people's houses that some of them are hoarder houses. I mean, they're pretty bad houses, and he cleans them for free.
Wow.
He says he's autistic. I mean, I think he's a little quirky. I mean, but he's just a man that's married and has a family, and he goes helps people in a bad spot and cleans their house for free. And I told my husband, I probably shouldn't say this. I was like, there is just something about watching a man clean. That is just so exciting to me watching a man clean. And I'm talking about he cleans like your mama cleans. I'm not talking about he's just going picking up. You know what I mean?
So he's in depth cleaning, deep cleaning.
In depth, got the Mr. Clean cleaner out, mopping, washing dishes. I'm telling you, there is something about watching a man clean. That's just weird, isn't it?
I don't think so. I mean, I watch a bunch of weird self-help videos. Like I've watched videos on decluttering and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's why I started doing like 3 things a day where I would just not 3 things, 10 things a day where I would
yeah,
say, okay, today I'm gonna throw away 10 things, even if they're small things.
right.
Garbage doesn't count. So if something is already garbage that should have been thrown away already, like if I find an empty box, that doesn't count.
Okay.
Like 10 actual things that I have kept unnecessarily.
Yeah.
It's been kind of neat. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, I will watch like there's that little girl that cleans I can't think of her name and she probably can't find her either. But she's got this video if I come across it while I'm looking through my subscriptions that dancing with her while she cleans to, or 5 minutes of dancing before you get started cleaning. She does videos on the fly lady method. She does videos on the what is it, mama stuff, clean mama or something like that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And
That's it.
she'll do their she will do their whole program and tell you if she which one she likes better.
I wonder if that's, but there's probably more than one person that does that. But there's somebody that I've watched that did that also. For me, that was all that was a little too much. The fly lady and all that, it was too much.
It
Um,
was, yeah, I can't do that one either. Don't feel bad.
but the only thing that I took away from one of them was that no matter what, like clean your kitchen every day. If you don't do nothing else,
Yeah,
clean your kitchen,
that's the
and that has worked for me.
isn't that the clean mama?
I don't remember which one it was because I didn't watch her do it. It was
Okay,
somebody else who had watched her and was
okay,
saying, what things that they had tried. And
yeah,
so I was like, let me do that. And to me, that just really helps. So it's like first thing in the morning when I get up, that is the first thing that I do. If I don't do anything else that day, I clean my kitchen.
yeah. My thing is just getting up and getting going. Once I can get up and get going, and that's probably with your kitchen too, because
It does.
yeah, once you get up and get going, it's um that's the thing right there. Well, I'm going through my history. I'll be here for 3 years. Why didn't I go to my liked videos?
Laura says she watches a ton of quilting, embroidery, and crocheting YouTube videos
Yeah,
because she feels like she can always learn something new. I consume a ton of crochet content right now, like a literal ton. Especially when I'm crocheting or sewing, I'll just watch somebody doing a tutorial of them crocheting something, and I'll just
right.
watch that. Laura says her 85-year-old father lives lives with her husband and her, and sports are usually on the TV. She likes sports, but would rather watch YouTube channels. I
Yeah.
love me some NFL though. So when the NFL season is on, I am booked all Sunday because I'm in front of the TV watching the game.
So should we talk about the Super Bowl?
I don't think the Super Bowl is controversial. I don't mind talking about it. I don't know why everybody's losing their mind over daggone Taylor Swift. I don't get it. Somebody make it make sense to me.
I don't know. They got to have something going on. They've got to have something to talk about.
Something to talk about. No,
I
honestly,
don't,
I just think it's because her name. If her name is in something, people are gonna click on it. So honestly, I feel like it's just they want to just put her name on everything just so people will click on the videos.
Well, what is it? Good and bad publicity is good. All publicity is good, or whatever.
What they say, all press is good press or something like that.
Yeah. I like Scrap Fabric Love. Have you watched her channel?
Yep, I sure have.
Yeah, I like her too. She
I
thinks it's some different stuff. Is she in like London or something?
I forgot. But I know I did a couple of lives with her and Brenda and Fallon, I think.
Oh, you did a live with her?
Uh-huh.
With Craft Fabric Love?
Yeah, it was Fallon from Sew It Bee Quilts. It was Brenda from over at Conquering Mount Scrapmore. It was the Scrap Fabric Love.
Oh no.
There was somebody with Cat in her name. I follow her. She's very unique. I like watching her.
Bird?
Huh?
There's a cat bird.
No, it's not. It's
No.
not that. I remember Cat is in the name of her channel, but I can't remember. Yeah, it was a few. We did a live or two.
Well, that was fun. I'll have
Mm-hmm.
to go back and watch it. I didn't see that. Was
That
it
was
on your channel?
No, I think that was on Brenda's channel. That was something that she had set up and created.
Oh, okay. And Brenda is with what channel?
Conquering Mount Scrapmore.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Thank you. So Lydiana says she's with you. She's with me when football's on. Don't call me. I'm busy. Well, that was the thing because I can't go. A lot of times people want to do lives on Sunday, and I can't.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Oh.
I think I every once in a while I might do like a drop-in type of Zoom that's a little less formal because then it's
Yeah.
like if it's I can just kind of come in for an hour or two and bounce back out. I'm not obligated to be there. And
Right.
so I'll do that because, I can still kind of watch my games. I can use my phone and be kind of watching the game while I'm zooming. But like if it's something that I'm actually a participant in and I have to be engaged, then I don't want to be watching TV when I'm supposed to be talking to y'all,
Right. Yeah.
Kathleen says, can YouTube see her house? Because she says she's watched that cleaner guy you're talking about, and apparently YouTube thinks that's the content that she needs to see.
The awkward mom. That's her name.
Yes, the awkward mom. I've
Yes.
watched her. I've watched her.
Yes, the awkward mom.
And there's one lady I watched who was she was British and she does videos of like her cleaning her house. And because I guess she was like, I don't understand why, everyone else is able to keep their house clean and I can't. And I was like, girl, preach, speak to me. And so she was like, I guess she would just give tips and tricks of, how she goes about cleaning her house and how like
Right.
small things can like add up to big things. And that really helped motivate me because sometimes like I just be like, it's too much to do.
Yeah.
And so I'll just get overwhelmed and I'll come down here and act like nothing's happening up there. But
Yeah.
now it's like I can't really do that. So now I just, even if I just I say I'm gonna take 30 minutes. I'm gonna take 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or do something in my house.
Yeah.
Oh, Laura, I don't watch college football. Period.
Oh,
stop.
We got in this house, we got Go Vols and we got Georgia Bulldogs.
Now, Adrian does like the Bulldogs because he is from Georgia, so he will watch them. But I don't always watch though. I'll let him watch and I'll come down here, or he'll watch and I can just be like crocheting on a project or something like that and have it on as background noise. I'll do that sometimes too.
But when he's watching Georgia and Tennessee play, then that's that's either a funny or stressful time in my house. Because my funny, I get ugly to my husband because he's Tennessee, and I'm very competitive. So he just looks at me like I'm a nut. And I had when I was making his quilt, I was like, you know this song Tennessee Orange, or yeah, there's a country music song.
Tennessee whiskey?
No, it's
I know that one. I know
that one's a good one. It's about um the Georgia Bulldog girl that her family, which is like my family, my dad had it on his checks. You know, it was very serious in my household. You know, my brother's Georgia Bulldogs. So she met her boyfriend or husband or whoever, and she wore Tennessee Orange for him. Laura says, "Oh, okay. So we got Maritza's Yarn and Craft.
Hi, Maritza.
Jones. She knows that song. She knows it.
And Maritza, if you get a chance, tell me the kind of content you have on your channel. I don't think I'm subscribed to you. So tell me the kind of stuff that you show, because I love me some yarn.
Oh, you do, don't you?
I do love me some yarn.
I cannot find that lady, Laura. Apparently she's disappeared. I'm trying to learn this laptop because everything I do is on an iPhone or iPad. And the YouTube is not looking like it does over on the other. I know I could have swore it was Karen Bill or Kara Bill. Tennessee Orange is a song. That's right. That's right. Yes. So I cannot find it. I've even over here searching embroidery designs and she's not showing up, which is very odd to me because she was like one of the main channels. Something's going on with YouTube because like I said, I've even come back to your channel and look over there just to see and click your little thing and it'll show that I'm not subscribed and I hit it again. I mean, I've done it with Arkansas.
It's been a thing. It's a real thing.
I don't know what it is.
I probably spent an hour or two on 2 different days trying to search that washcloth lady.
The washcloth lady. Washcloth lady. Well,
it's like she completely disappeared from YouTube and I can't find her.
I'm trying to go see in my settings if I can also do.
I pronounced your name wrong. It's Lindiana. I'm sorry, Lindiana. Or is it Lindiana? I'm not sure. But she says her roommate only listens to country. That's her story. And she has confirmed that YouTube has been dropping subscriptions for some reason. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're also suppressing, I don't know if they're suppressing channels or that maybe the lady just deleted her content. I don't know, but I couldn't find it.
I have 2 meetings in progress. Now I'm scared.
It's because you're on 2 different cameras.
Oh, okay. This is what happens when you take old people and try to teach them something. Not you, but me. Not you, but me. Oh my goodness gracious. This is crazy. Okay, let's see.
I didn't start at 5. I was more like, I think I was like 20. When I because I had to teach myself.
Zoom background noise removal. Okay, I have clicked that. So let's see if that's going to save it. Okay. Now I can get back to business maybe. All right. We shall learn. We shall learn.
Ugh.
I
I'm
gotta
tired
find
of
our.
pressing seams open. I am tired.
You press all your seams open?
Depending on the quilt. I don't like to. I hate pressing my seams open, but
And
this quilt requires it.
you're doing the
It's called the pattern is called upscale plaid. And
okay.
I'll show you what a quarter of the quilt looks like. You make four quadrants, four identical quadrants. And
Okay.
then once you make the four identical quadrants, then you put them together.
So is that no, that one's different. I think Fallon just did a plaid one or Argyle, she called it.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Okay.
The one I'm doing, this is a new pattern. She just dropped it in November of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Is when she came out with the pattern. And so
Yeah.
she started a sew along for the month of end of January and February to put it together. But that pattern that Fallon has, I'm pretty sure I own that pattern. Pretty sure.
Oh my gosh. Laura, do you do tutorials on crocheting? Yeah, her name is cool, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna try and see if that helped at all. She says she's been
Indiana Jones is awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome. I didn't even put that together when I read your name, but that's pretty awesome. I like that.
You hear it now?
Huh?
Did you hear it?
No,
Well,
not
there
at
you go.
all.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Not a single peep.
I done
Has
forgot
anybody
which.
ever used a ball chair?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Well, I didn't actually have the ball chair. I had the ball because I had to do it because I have degenerative disc.
Uh-huh.
And my chiropractor suggested to use the ball at work because I was having such pain.
Uh-huh.
So, the big exercise ball, I just took it to work and used that. And it's not that hard. Like, and it's, if you have any back issues, it really, you know, helps.
I don't have any backish, so I bought one, but I haven't put it up yet. I haven't set it up yet. And I bought it because it was like half price. Because sometimes Amazon, if something isn't in stock and you have to wait for it, they'll
Yeah.
discount it. And so instead of being $80, it was like 40. And I was like, well, let me try it out.
Oh, I've been wanting to get one for my desk.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put it up tomorrow since I'm off. I'll go ahead and put it together and blow up the little ball. I got it just because I'm so daggone sedentary. All I do is sit on my tail all daggone day. So I figured at least if I had the ball chair, at least it would make me be a little bit more active in my seat than just sitting like a lump all the time.
Well, it does your core. So you'll
Yeah,
have to engage your core.
yeah, and that's what they said. So I was like, well, that might be good for me since I just sit around all daggone day.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll engage your core in that. Well, that was the purpose of mine, was to make my back stronger. Because when your core is engaged.
It supports your back muscles.
Right. Because I'm sedentary a lot. And
The job pass, I sit for my job, I sit for my hobby.
well, Laura, you need to go ahead and start that channel because
Sure do.
I can single chain, I can double chain, I can I can do around the corner, and I have done some. But I got mad because I was going to learn how to crochet, and you know how it'll have you a pattern on the thing when you get it, and it had the roses was a pattern, and my first husband, my ex-husband, took the pattern and made the roses like that, and I was like, no you didn't, no you didn't. I was struggling to read and understand what all the little, single crochet or double crochet. And he just picked it up and did it. I was like, no, you just go somewhere.
I know it wasn't a thing. It was not a thing. So Lindiana says, she said after her second kid, she decided she needed something or everyone in the house might die because her kids are 51 weeks apart.
Oh,
that's rough. That's
yeah.
like my grandmother. She said so she went and bought a book for knitting and crochet, and she got needles and hooks and taught herself to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24 years. That's about, yeah, because I was 20 and I'm 47 now. So yeah, that 27 years ago, before we barely had internet. I think dial-up existed, and I had the little AOL disc, to install your dial-up. And I used to use about.com, and that's how I taught myself how to crochet. Now I never taught myself how to knit. So which was easier for you to pick up, Lindiana, the knit or the crochet?
Knit scares me. I'm scared I'm gonna hurt myself. I can just do one hook, but get two.
I know, right? Poke myself and I probably take my eye out.
Oh.
I am the most accident prone person sometimes, it seems. I forgot I was supposed to have a guild meeting today at 3:00. I'm not making that.
Oh, you're in a guild meeting? I mean, you have a guild?
I have a guild. I almost never make it to the meetings though, because I joined during COVID and the meetings were virtual. So when they went back to in person, because it takes me to where my guild has their meetings, it's like almost an hour drive. It like 45 minutes to an hour to get there. Yeah. And I don't be wanting to do that.
Okay.
I don't be wanting to, but I really should. But like when they did the retreat, I went. But I should have went to I should have went to a couple of meetings this month just to find out who was going to QuiltCon.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I love how this thing is coming out. I'm so
I remember dial-up because my son, he's 22 now, but he would sit in my lap in front of, I'd have the big old computer right here, and he would sit in my lap and he'd go, "Loading, mama, loading." Because it would be loading up, He'd say, "Loading, mama, loading." I don't even know if he remembers that. He was probably 3.
He probably doesn't.
Because right now he's in there on his computer. He's got that gaming computer. Yeah. When you want something, when you want to do something, you can put your mind to it and do it. I know the only thing anybody ever taught me crochet was when I was probably, I'll say about 9 or 10, and my mama worked a lot, so I was staying with friends, and she was a lady that crocheted, and she taught me is it the single chain? And so I did that. I just kind of watched some YouTube videos after that, once I grew up and decided I wanted to do it. But yeah, Lindiana, that you put your mind to it, you can do it. She had to learn to crochet book because her grandma didn't have names for stitches. Yeah. Them, them patterns was hard for me. I don't know. A quilt pattern I picked up okay, but them crochet patterns for some reason I don't um they don't it's not clicking in my head. I guess I don't want to do it bad enough. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, when I started back, I had to do like a little refresher for myself.
Yeah.
Just to go over the stitches real quick because I hadn't crocheted in like over a decade. And so I was like, I gotta just refresh myself really quickly on these stitches. But once I did that, it was fine. But I never did anything advanced.
I went through, I'm going to show you something. So I went through all the Valentine's stuff that I had because I wanted to do Valentine's projects. And I think I'm going to be stuck on Valentine's projects for a while. This was the Sweetwater. Did you get the Sweetwater box a few years back with the heart panel in it?
I've never gotten a Sweetwater box.
Oh,
okay. It's never quite wasn't quite my style.
You didn't like it? Well, I'm a Sweetwater addict, so I get the boxes, but so I had this one from Fat Quarter Shop. I got to do this one. I have this another Fat Quarter Shop, the Cupid box. But I don't like these bows.
I didn't get the Cupid box this year.
This was not this year. This was a few years back. It came with this panel.
I think I got the Cupid box in 2023 and 2022. And I think those were the only years I got them. But I don't think I got it the year they had the panel. I would remember the panel.
Okay. So I like the panel. But the pattern, I got to figure out something else because I don't like the bow. So I got this one to do. Then I got this one I really like though. It takes two with the hearts. I really like this one. And it's
yeah, I got that one.
Did you do it?
No, I think I gave it away in a giveaway, I think.
Then I got this one out of Creative Notions. And it's got the same fabric as this other one. Then I got, of course, this year's. I got to do it. Then, okay, here's the Open Gates one. You did this one?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay, good. I'm not feeling so bad.
I probably won't now because it's after Valentine's Day. So I put together the little bag. I did the little bag.
You did?
The project that came.
Yes.
So I did that. But I probably won't do the larger project now because it's after Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And then Missouri Star had the one that you do with the heart. That was last year's. And Natalie did one that's kind of similar, but the hearts are different. And I went and bought all of them because they were super cute. They got the old timey Valentine's on them.
Okay.
So I think I'm stuck in a Valentine's mode for now.
I think I'm not. I think what I would like to do though is that I would like to have a table runner for every season. So
yeah.
I've got the Valentine's Day one. Like I haven't put it away. I'm keeping it over here near my machine.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to do is I need to go back through the other projects and see what other holidays or seasons are covered and print those out and then have those so that I can work on those. Because I think I would like to, like, I'm not saying 12 months out of the year. I'm not quite that girl, but.
Did you see, did you get that email about the Open Gates quilt thing where they're doing that?
Doing what?
The tilted, you know how
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. I did. I did not sign up for that though.
Okay.
Um, I had a
I didn't
reason.
either. I
I
didn't
had a
either.
reason for it.
It was a little bit too high for me.
I didn't even. I don't remember what it cost. What? How much was it?
I feel
I
like
don't
it
know.
was 70 something,
Oh wow, I didn't realize that.
but it's not like I don't think it's a monthly thing though.
No, I don't think it was. And I think you get the backing for it though too.
Yeah. You probably get everything. You probably get everything with it. Yeah, you don't see kids outside playing like you used to. Used to, you have to watch where you was driving because there was kids everywhere. Ooh, crochet christening dresses. That's that little bitty crochet with that little bitty
With
hook.
thread, ma'am.
Huh?
Thread?
Thread?
She says she did it with thread.
Wait, she did.
You know how
My
little
gosh,
that hook had to be?
with thread?
Even if she used
Oh,
embroidery floss, that's still
okay.
tiny.
Okay, you got to start a channel.
Yeah, you really do. You could have a channel just
I
showing the work that you've done.
Yeah, because you're gonna be one of them channels that I watch like a free motion quilting thing, where you just watch them because you're amazed at what they're doing.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I'll never do that, but I'll watch her do it.
Yep, yep, that's exactly right. Red, that's crazy. That's them. Art. That's art.
Yeah. You know how much like that would cost like in 2024 to have done?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I kind of like the Sweetwater boxes, and I'm gonna start. Well, I love their fabric, and every now and then I'll get a quilt kit from them, and I like that they split up the payments. Um, I've got a quilt. I've got two quilt kits in there. I got to do. I got to start working on this stuff I get. My husband's like, you need to be selling some stuff. So ain't nobody gonna buy this. Uh-oh. What did I do? Uh-oh. Oh, mercy. Yes. Number 10, bedspread cotton thread.
Good.
Number 10. I'm not sure what that, like, I'm not familiar. All I know is that's amazing.
I know it's smaller than yarn. I know that. I know it's smaller than sport weight yarn. I know that.
Yeah.
I refuse to use anything lower than a DK.
I can't about see my hand in front of my face anymore, much less um something like that. Well, this is fun. I'm having fun.
I know, me too. I always have fun when I do lives. I don't know why I don't do them.
Well, you gotta teach me what you learned.
Yeah, I'll walk you through it.
Okay, good.
I wrote
Uh,
everything. I wrote a lot of it down,
oh, you did? Yay.
but
Um,
not all of it because I was watching it and some stuff I just knew that I wasn't gonna
yeah.
mess up. But
I think I just need to learn how to schedule it. The YouTube video I watched on it, it looked kind of
Yeah, we'll just do a screen share in Zoom. We'll do a screen
Okay.
share and then I can show you.
Hi, y'all. Guess who's Nancy? Are you Nancy? Thanks for coming. Everybody, all of y'all, thanks for
Hi,
joining us.
Nancy.
Thank you so much. We're just chatting about everything and anything.
Huh.
What's that?
So Linnea, she said her hands can't do the little small thread anymore.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Okay, so it's the opposite for bedspread cotton. Okay, so sewing thread, the bigger the number, the smaller the thread, and it's the opposite in the thread that she was using.
Wait, say that again now.
So like for like regular quilting cotton and stuff like that, the bigger the number, the thinner the thread. So 100 weight thread is really thin.
Right. Okay.
Whereas in, I guess, the bedspread cotton, it's the opposite, where the smaller the number, the smaller the thread.
Okay. Okay.
She said she has some size 1 yarn. She has to triple it to make it useful. Okay. Okay, yeah, the same weight that people would use for doilies and tablecloths, which is why I would never make a doily.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about when she said she crocheted a christening. That's what I was thinking about was a doily. That's what popped in my head. I thought this thing was going to be way worse than this. I'm so happy it's not. Does your seam tape, you have to change it a lot? Do you use seam tape?
I have seam tape on my machine, but rarely use the seam tape. I rarely use it, and because I don't know, it's just not as accurate. It doesn't come out as accurate for me. And so instead I just use my simple folded corners unit ruler to cut off the edge so I can just sew my 1/4 inch.
Okay. I use it not I'm use the side of my thing, but I just line it up as a reference to put it the same spot every time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Lindiana says you can use bigger yarn for doilies.
I know. I just still don't think I'd ever make a doily. I don't know. Like I've made a granny square and I think that's the closest I'm gonna get.
I'm liking the granny square quilts.
Which one?
I don't remember who made it, but there was a granny square quilt that I saw. And is there Beth on the sewing? Is it the sewing channel or the sewing room? I think
The sewing room.
She did one, I think. But there was somebody else who did one that might have been Lori Holt or Kimberly Jolly.
That sounds right. That definitely sounds Lori Holt like.
I like her stuff, but I'm not like I mean
I like some of her lines and
yeah,
some of them I don't.
right. Yeah. Like the one on my bed's Lori Holt, but that's actually the pattern from a pre-cut quilt box. So I guess March Madness is coming up.
What is that? Is that college basketball? Is that what that is?
It's is it NBA? I don't know. What
MEAC?
is it? I don't know if it's college. I thought it was NBA. Maybe not.
Well, NBA just had All-Star Weekend this week, so I think that's it for them.
Oh, well, I remember when I was little, we lived in Douglasville, Georgia, outside Atlanta. And the school I went to did a field trip to Piedmont Park, which turned out horrible. But also with that same school, we got to go to the Coliseum to watch them play basketball. And it was like the Lakers. I'm wondering if it was like an all-star game because I feel like I remember Larry Bird, but he's not on the. Was he on the Lakers?
He was on the Celtics.
Okay, and that's why I keep getting it confused because as a kid I remember seeing him there and playing. So I feel like it must have been an all-star game.
Yeah, it had to be.
Because I was like, grew up saying Larry Bird's on the Lakers, and everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. No, he's not. Well, I saw him. Maybe it was an all-star game.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right. Hopefully, I didn't tear my machine up. I can tear up a machine. I tell you what.
Well, at least you didn't drop yours on the floor.
Something's wrong. Something is wrong.
Has anybody been to QuiltCon before? Oh, Laura says she does mostly donation Afghans for the NICU where your daughter works as a nurse these days. Yeah, I've got a collection of stuff I need to donate. I need to go drop it off. But if anybody's been to QuiltCon, let me know. I've never been and I don't know what to expect. I don't know how much money to bring. Is there food there? Do they let you bring in your own food? Like, I don't know what it is.
That's going to be so exciting. Are you going to do a video on it?
Probably.
Okay.
It'll probably be from my phone at the event. I'll probably just do 4 days. I wish
So,
I could have got a room out there. That would have been nice. But I just couldn't justify it being so daggone close.
yeah, you are super close.
35 minutes, I'm gonna get a hotel room. Like that'd be crazy.
I'm jelly.
I've been trying, and I've been also been trying to find the right speed of drill for my knitting machine because my normal drill at home is just too strong and it'll end up breaking my machine. So then I was like, well, let me just get something slower. I can use it just for that. And then I got a 4-volt like little cordless screwdriver, which had absolutely zero power whatsoever. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I sent that back and I got a 12-volt one, but now I'm not sure if I can make that. I think I can make that one work.
What are you talking about? You're talking about, what are you talking about?
A knitting machine?
A knitting machine. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. One is these hoodickies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I've seen them at Hobby Lobby, and boy, I was wanting to get one. You like it?
I do, but cranking the hand crank gets really annoying. And I've seen how people use like an electric drill. So I was like, well, let me try that. But my electric drill, like it's full powered. So it was as soon as you hit the button, it just goes, it goes. And it's just too fast for the machine.
Is there a certain kind that they're getting?
Oh, I have no idea what other people are using because I don't know what they're using, but the one I had was definitely too powerful. So I was like, well, let me get a weaker one, but I don't know if it's weak enough.
Um, y'all see the real life stuff on a live. All my struggles. Oh wait, I just got a tool for that in the was it the Open Gates quilt box? Did she give us this?
The little magnet thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Da-da-da. I get to use it.
I got to use it the other day because I dropped something and it fell underneath my sewing table. And so I was like, dag nabbit, I'm gonna have to get down there. And I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm not. So I popped it out and I fished it up underneath the up under the table until the magnet connected and boom, I was good. It was great.
Well, it's coming in handy right now.
Yeah, it has definitely come in handy.
I know I remember it saying on there for those lazy days. For those lazy days. This is for not enough room day. You would think they wouldn't fall out because it is in a magnetic pin thing, but they do. Anybody cooking supper today? Supper Sunday, Sunday supper?
No, ma'am.
I just
Adrian grilled yesterday and he's frying a turkey today.
okay.
So we've got leftover. So probably all I'll have to do is make like some sides, some kind of vegetable, some type of something.
Did Nancy asked, has any of them been to the Paducah Quilt Show?
Oh no, I have not. I have not. I love to shop at Hancock's of Paducah, but I've never been to Paducah.
Is that where Lessons Learned went? Sherry?
I'm
Is
not
she
sure. I don't follow her.
on Sherry McGill? Is that her name on Lessons Learned? Um, Paducah's in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
And then I think Jamie with the quilting compounds in Paducah. I mean in Kentucky, not Paducah. I don't know where she's at. I think she's in Kentucky.
I think if I ever went to Paducah, I wouldn't have any money left when I got back.
That's true. What's a virtual GE box?
Oh, Lindiana, I definitely got mine like immediately. So she does a virtual retreat every year. Um, and so it's like 3 days or something like that. And you get I think it's like 10 half yards and then 2 yards of coordinating fabric, 3 patterns. And it's kind of like just like it's like a retreat, but it's virtual. And they have activities.
You do
It's
that.
fun.
I've
It's
seen
fun.
you. Yeah, I've seen you talk about that and do that.
Yeah.
That's
I
that
love
one
it.
too. Okay. And then Nancy said a power toothbrush would work.
Um, I don't think that would be enough because I'm thinking that the 4-volt electric screwdriver was probably about on par with my electric toothbrush. But also like they make an adapter for it so like the people who make the knitting machine, they make an adapter that fits a screwdriver. So if I was to try to use an electric toothbrush, I'd have to fashion my own whatchamacallit adapter piece to make it attach.
I need to get a new table. All my machines bounce.
Have you tried one of those pads?
What do you mean?
I'll show you. Hold on, because I have to cut.
There's a something for that, I'm sure.
It's basically a glorified mouse pad, right? But it's
Oh,
huge.
and that helps?
Yeah, so mine had a lot of it had like noise and vibration and stuff like that. So I had got the pad to sit my machine on to see if it would help. And it for me it did.
Okay. Bye, Nancy.
Bye bye,
Thank you so
Nancy.
much for coming by.
Oh, she gets to see her grandbabies. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Um, so this is a cheap, just a folding table though.
It doesn't matter. That's what
It,
I used to sew on. I mean, I eventually found a table, like an actual sewing table,
uh-huh.
like on the Facebook Marketplace. But before that, I just had a regular table.
Okay.
Like it was just like I think it was like the table that you would put a TV, like you could put a it was just like a regular desk. And it had like I still have the daggone thing. I'm looking at it. I don't know why I'm acting like I can't explain it, but it was just a regular desk that it had the front part of it came open so you could sit underneath it, and then when you
Uh-huh.
weren't using it, you close it. But it was
Okay.
just a regular desk, and I used that. I used that for years, decades.
So, okay, you said you watch TV shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which ones you watch?
I mostly watch stuff that Adrian and I watch together. So we watch a lot of procedural shows. So we watch like 911, 911 Lone Star. We watch Fire Country. We watch Will Trent. We watch I can't think of everything. And then I watch stuff that I've been watching for decades now. Like I still watch like um um was it the Chicago PD, Chicago,
Okay.
whatever it is.
Yeah. 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 911 Lone Star. Is that the one where it shows them out? I don't
What do
guess
you mean
so.
out?
No, that's like the
No,
uh
it's the one with Rob Lowe. So it's a scripted drama.
oh, okay. So no, that's not okay. So well, I like Rob Lowe.
Yeah, it's a scripted drama. So I watched that, and then like just like I said, just shows I've been watching forever that have been on TV forever. That like Law and Order, SVU. Like I've been watching it since the beginning of time. I can't stop
Yeah.
now. I need to stop making them so I can stop watching it. Like,
They're
how do
not
you
good.
stop watching something that you've watched for 20 years?
Some of that stuff they base on actual cases, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I watch them every now and then. I can't say I don't.
But I don't really watch any reality TV at all.
Yeah. Now I can't say that. Remember when Mob Wives was out? Did you
Yeah.
ever watch Mob Wives?
No, I never watched any of it.
Okay, I watched Mob Wives, and I will watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey. That's about as reality as I get.
The only thing I used, well, when I was younger, back when reality TV was new, I watched Real World and Road Rules and stuff like that.
Road
And
Rules.
then, yeah, and then I happened to catch one season of a show, a terrible show called The Bad Girls Club back in 2010, only because my sister was staying with me for the summer and she was watching it.
That sounds very familiar.
I
That
was like, why am I watching this? And then once
Like
watching
what?
that one season just kind of made me realize that that's really just I don't want to get into this. I don't want to. I don't. This is not something I want to watch. So I don't
It's
watch.
like watching a train wreck and you
Yeah,
can't look away.
and I don't want to. So I don't watch any of that reality stuff. I've never seen an episode of any housewife ever. Not one episode. Not one. I
Know what
refuse
it
to watch.
is about watching the New Jersey Housewives. It's almost comical.
I just don't want to watch adult women fight each other.
I know when all this stuff is going on in the world, and that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, I'm not entertained by watching people that have 10 times as much money as I do fight about absolutely nothing.
I think it's this, and the thing I think is funny is she didn't show me any respect, and I'm thinking sometimes you have to earn it. You can't go around just doing whatever, and then their rules are very the rules they give to other people is not the same for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't
Which
treat people like they want to be treated.
no,
And
no,
then it's like not just that, but like it's not even it's not even all real. Like it's not even all real. Like
no,
and so
no.
it's like I'm watching it. At least when I watched Maury back in the day, it was
Maury.
it was trash
Yeah.
TV, but it was actually happening at the time. But now everybody's gotten smart and they know that they can get famous that way. And so they just,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Reality
fun.
TV is not for me. I think I saw maybe the first couple seasons of The Bachelor when it came out,
Yeah.
like when that was fresh. And I know I watched the first couple years of Survivor. I watched the Amazing Race for a while. So I will watch reality content that's not trashy.
Yeah, I feel like I watched The Amazing Race when it first came out.
I think I probably watched that for the first probably 4 or 5 seasons, but then after a while, it's like,
Yeah. I'm watching the True Detectives on HBO.
I've heard that's really good.
I'm on the third season and I keep getting stuck on it. It's like one of them books that you read, but then you got to go back because you read it, but you don't remember what you read. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
I think I keep falling asleep on it. It is very good, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the time I'm watching it, but I'm right at the end and it's picking up interest. So, and I'm trying to get to the fourth season so I can watch the one that Jodie Foster's in.
Okay.
And then, of course, Yellowstone's going to be coming back out. It's the last season.
I've never watched that either.
Well, I'm upset that, you get a show and then either the actors or the producers or whatever reason they get to fighting and then the show ends. And it's a really good show.
And I think that's probably why I don't watch many shows. Because they would come out, I think it probably started maybe 10 years ago, when it happened for me. But it was like a show would come on,
Yeah.
there'd be all this hype, and I'd tune in, and then I'd watch, and 3 episodes later, it's off the air, or I might get one season with a cliffhanger, and y'all don't even resolve it for me. Like,
Yes.
I got tired of that. So now I just adopted an attitude that I'm not watching anything new until it's been on for 2 or 3 seasons, and then I'll go binge watch it.
Right. Yeah. I know. I like binge watching it too because the other show I'm watching, is it on Paramount or it might be on Max? The one with the Gilded Age. I'm watching that one now. and I think it only had 3 seasons, and now I got to wait till the next one. I'm like, really? I don't like having to wait. I agree with having to wait till they're all done with it, and then just go
Yeah,
watch
and
it.
like I don't mind waiting if I'm a few seasons in. So like this weekend, everybody kept telling me to go watch Abbott Elementary. I'm like, I didn't watch it because I don't know if they're gonna cancel stuff. And they were like, well, it's
That
on the
one's
third
been on
season.
a that one's been on a minute though, hasn't it?
Right. So they were like, it's on the third season. I was like, well, when the third season wraps up, I'll go binge watch all 3 seasons.
I think I've watched that. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, people have said they liked it. It's been on TV for a little while. It's got good reviews. I'm like, okay, I'll check that out. But usually I'll wait until something is 2 or 3 seasons in, before I tune in. I ended up watching Fire Country because it was new, only because that was something Adrian wanted to watch, and I was like, well,
What
I
is
don't
that?
care. It's basically about this guy whose parents are both like big dogs at the fire department, and then he ends up in jail um for something, and then he ends up on this he gets this program where they get inmates to fight fires.
Really? That sounds
Yeah, and
interesting.
then the inmates the inmates fight the fires, and they earn credit toward early release, and it's just about their stories and what
Yeah,
happened.
that made me think of Mayor of Kingstown.
Okay.
It's a little graphic, but boy, you watch that thing and you just sit there the whole time going, "Oh my goodness, what?" What are you guys watching? What are you guys watching out there? Anybody else going to QuiltCon? Mac from MA Couture Crafting is going. Do you know that?
I've seen her content, yes, but I don't
Okay.
know her personally.
I know when I did the live with Sean, he's going. Sean and the guy who sews.
Okay.
I feel like he's going because Virginia's not too far from there.
No. No, it's not. That'd be an easy ride, really.
Yeah.
Like that.
What are y'all working on?
Me over here, I'm just trying to do some ironing.
So they only have like one QuiltCon a year. They only have one.
Yes, but there are other shows. There's Quilt Market, which is, I don't know how they're all different, but they're all a little different, I guess. But yeah, there's Quilt Market, Quilt Con, and then there's other various like quilt shows. I think QuiltCon is I think it's the biggest one.
Well, I know that Comic Con they do different cities.
Yeah, I think they probably have a larger audience than we do. Um,
Could be. Yeah.
so I don't know that there's a market for that for multiple quilt cons. I'm imagining that if there was, they would have multiples.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. I don't know, but it's a lot of people that quilt now. There's one where is it that I'd see that at? Was it off of Missouri Star where it showed?
So normally you get an injector kit and just meter out out the injector on the tensions. It's not around 13 ohms. and you got to issue.
What
Unfortunately,
is that?
number 5 injector.
Oh, Road to California. I've heard of that one too. So Marlene says QuiltCon is too far, but she goes to Road to California every year. So what's that one like, Marlene? Is that
Yeah.
similar to QuiltCon or is it different?
Yes, I'm interested too. What is that?
I've heard them mention it, like just watching podcasts and people mention it. So I've heard it, but I don't quite know what it is.
Yeah, I think I've heard. Did Kimberly Jolly talk about that one year, or somebody that does?
It could have been her because I definitely watch her.
Yeah, it's hard to watch her now because she gonna sell you something.
Yeah, that's another reason why I stopped watching, but because I'm trying not to buy all that fabric and they're always showing it.
What are you doing? What's your open gate one? She says she's doing her Christmas box. I know, right? Is it the open gate Christmas box? I didn't get that one.
It was great.
And I can thank you, Shonda, for selling me the open gates quilt box.
I love that daggone box.
I was like, okay.
That sucker is so well, like of every subscription box I've gotten personally. Because some of them, like the fabric is kind of along the same line. So like when I did Ginger Quilter for 3 months, I knew the kind of fabric I was gonna be getting. I knew what I was getting. And
Yeah.
it's like I wanted, I don't know, it seems like with Monique's like the fabric is all over. It's not like a particular style. Like Fat Quarter Shop, all your fabric is pretty much gonna be that a particular style,
Philippines.
except when they throw in some Tula.
Right. But I love the sew sampler now. That's my colors. I like it.
Yeah, I love the Sew Sample. I just think it's a really good price point. It's just fun. It's just a fun little treat each month, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I did get the I'm gonna have a video on it soon. The open gates quilt box that's the
Step into spring.
I think so.
Can't wait.
I know.
I ordered that sucker the first day. The second I
Yes.
got the email, I couldn't give her my money fast enough.
Yes. I got that one. I thought it had already shipped, but I don't guess it has.
No, I don't think it has yet. I think she said, I think in the original email she indicated it was when it was going to ship, but I forgot what it was. She didn't give
Okay.
like a specific date, but she gave like late February, early March. It was like a range like that, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. So is it gonna be like a whole quilt?
I think it's going to be more than a whole quilt.
I got a Sweetwater quilt kit coming, and they started making really cute t-shirts.
I'm not allowed to have any more quilt kits because I have too many of them already.
I know. I got it to make my it's in, I can't remember, is it in vintage? I love the Main Street that they just come out with. I love that one.
I'm sorry, Lindiana. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. I love that little box. I love that. I will say like the ones the only subscriptions that I get right now are the ones that like I really like. I really like them. And I tried a few others like just to kind of mix and match. I did pre-cuts. I did creative notions, and some that I can't remember right now, but the Fat Quarter Shop and the Open Gate are for me for my needs because I don't need fabric. I don't just need blank fabric. I need fabric with a plan. And so everything from Sew Sampler and everything from Open Gate is fabric with a plan.
Right.
And I can choose to swap out other fabrics that I like better if I want to. Sometimes like I'll make Monique's stuff, but I'll use my own fabric. I'll be like, well, I like this pattern and I like this fabric, but I don't want to do this together. I'm gonna do something
Yeah.
different. So I just like to play with it.
Yeah. I'm trying this new one, the quilted cow. Did you see that one?
It's called the what?
The quilted cow. I've got a
Cow?
video. Cow.
All right,
It's
I'll check that out on your channel. I'll check that out on your.
it's wicked cool. Wicked. I'm trying to get. I can't get that accent, the northern accent.
The
Wicked
Boston?
Cool. The wicked cool
Wicked
quilters.
I can't do it. I can't do Boston either.
Yeah. You got to get in a car and go to Chicago. Yeah. Um, it's the Wicked Cool Quilters and Sewing subscription box from the Quilted Cow. It's brand new. Like they just come out with it January. I started the February box, and I was a little. It's like a project box too, like Open Gates, but it costs more. It's $60 all in. So I'm gonna try it for a few months and see if I like it. I mean, the fabric I got the last time was okay, but not personally my favorite. So I'm gonna try it, and it comes with little projects too. And I like if I will do them. I haven't made a bag yet. I'm scared to make a bag.
I mean, I made a bag. It was a very basic, simple bag. But the bag that I really want to make, I bought the pattern, but I have not made it yet. It's called the Sew Together bag by So Demented.
Yeah.
So I probably watched about 12 tutorials, but still have not gotten up the nerve to actually cut a piece of fabric and start to sew it. So
Yeah, that's what it is, getting up the nerve. And the bag that come in the quilted cow box, it's actually, I like the bag. It's like a big bag and it's got pockets and all, but I'm not sure if I can do it. This is canvas, and this canvas is like staying not ironed very well.
yeah, Laura QuiltCon is in Phoenix. You mean 2025? But yeah, I won't be able to make that one. That one, I know that's going to be way too far. I know I'm not going to be able to go way out to Arizona. Um, but I'll have to wait for it to come back on the East Coast, I guess. Because I know, like the way that I'm set up, like I could never take a trip just by myself. I would feel horrible. I'd feel like a terrible human being. Because we don't get to travel like a ton. And so like if I was to like fly to Phoenix and, get a hotel, and spend all that money and then knowing that I could take the same money and do something with like my whole
Yeah.
family, I'd feel pretty bad about that. Because that means I'd be taking like the family trip money and using it just for myself. So I know I won't be able to go to Phoenix. But anything local that I can like drive to and cut my costs down, that I'll try to do. I didn't do Atlanta last year because once I heard that the following year was going to be in Raleigh, I was like, well, I'll just wait.
I know, right? My closest one would have been Atlanta if I'd have went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
That would have been the closest one for me. But she lives right. She's probably like you. She lives right there in Gilbert, which I don't know how close that is to Phoenix, but it's probably.
I feel like that's relatively close.
Yeah. I really don't feel like they'll ever come to Jackson, Mississippi. So.
Oh, that's where you live?
I live outside of Jackson, yeah.
Okay. I know earlier you were talking about Georgia, so I didn't know if you still live there.
No, I'm in Mississippi. I've lived here in Mississippi since 2004. I miss Georgia. I've lived all over. Well, I was born in Florida. I've lived in Georgia, Mississippi, North Carolina, Alabama, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Trying to see Florida,
I've
Georgia,
only
Alabama,
lived in New York and
Mississippi,
North Carolina. That's it.
North Carolina.
Marlene said, bring them along. Send them on off-road Jeep tours.
Oh yeah, my husband could do that. We have 2 Jeeps.
No, because I'd want to do that.
I know, right? I don't mind going with them. I like going with them, but the only thing is they stay out like till the nighttime. And my husband, this is so funny. So we went during the day. We wasn't supposed to stay gone forever like he likes to do. So we had the top off and we get out there and oh my gosh, I don't even know what we was. It wasn't even on a map. I'm sure Google didn't even acknowledge it existed. And we kept going. He had the Google up. He's like, I can turn down this road. Every road we went to turn, we was on back dirt road somewhere, and every road we went to turn on, there was gated fences. And we've driven hours, and it's like dark, and all I can think of is Jeepers Creepers. I'm like, you gotta, like, we got no top. We've got no top. We are literally out here in the woods. We're passing things I don't like. This is not good for us. So it was like, you got to bring a top if you're going to do it at night. If we had the top. Yeah, I don't think I'd leave California either, though. I hear that's very beautiful. My husband's cousins live out there. Hello, Donna.
I always said that if I became independently wealthy and I had to pick a place to live, I'd probably pick Irvine, California.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it there. I went there and I don't know. It reminds me kind of like of where I grew up, but with better weather.
Yeah, the weather. I mean, we don't have bad weather. We don't have we get tornadoes and stuff.
Hey, Donna. Let's lay this out.
My nephew just left from they moved from San Diego, but he was in the Navy and he got out of the Navy, so they're over in Florida again. I would like to live back in Florida now.
San Diego is a great city. I loved it there. I don't know that I want to live out there, but I think I'd want to live someplace slower, but I loved it there.
Him and his wife were both in the Navy. That's how they met. So now they're both out. And he is like having to live in the civilian world.
Oh yeah, that's an adjustment.
Yeah, he's adjusting, but he ain't liking it. He's definitely not liking it.
Or trying to get all my little rows laid out here so I can get it all sewn together. Okay, so there's one.
Well, I am happy we did this today.
I am too. I probably wouldn't have sewn today if we hadn't done this.
I know. I was getting lazy. I'm trying to figure out. We bought my son years back for his birthday a Canon camera. I think it was like a Rebel T6. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work with my laptop. And I'm not having great luck.
Yep, I have a little camera also, and I also could not figure out how to get it to work. Um, so that's why I just got these little standalone camera. I was like, well, I can figure these out, so I'll just do that.
Well, yeah, I was hoping it would work for me and I could use it to do like this stuff, but it ain't liking me so well. And so there I go into the YouTube wormhole.
I have struggled deeply trying to figure stuff out technology wise, and I basically just gave up, and I was like, well, this is what it is, because I can't do anything else.
Well, I catch myself like getting on YouTube and like not realizing where the time has gone. And it's like, what are you doing?
I think that's all of us. I think we've all done that, which is why I don't use TikTok.
Why you don't use TikTok? I don't have TikTok.
Don't download it. I had
I
to it's still on my phone because sometimes like my daughter or my friends might send me something and then I'll look at it. But I try to stay off of there. It's like
yeah.
I went onto TikTok one day and I looked at a video and then it was 3 hours later and I could not tell you how that time went. And I said to myself, okay, well, this right here, this is not the app for me.
So how explain to me how you did this.
Oh, so so I cut, I fused. So the instructions say to cut the fusible into squares and to
Okay.
cut the backing into a square and then to cut that. But I didn't want to do that. So what I did was I just fused the fusible to the fabric and then I did my cutting. But I had to be careful measuring the coasters themselves. And I think she says that in the, I don't know if it's the email she sent or if it was in the insert where she talks
It's
about,
here.
yeah, and she says that it might not be exactly 5 inches and mine weren't. So I think I just cut mine to where I could at least get a 1/8 seam allowance
Okay.
around the edges without losing anything. And then I would just so then I had my fusible and my backing together, and then I just sat my coaster piece right side down.
Right side down.
But just don't mess up like me, because my stupid self wasn't thinking and made my this, because you got to turn it. You got to turn it. And you got to leave a 2-inch space unsewn so you can turn it. Well, I did mine at the corner before I realized that was going to make my life more difficult. So for the first two of them, the 2 inches that I was missing was like the first 2 inches, instead of sewing down and making my 2 inches like in the middle.
Okay.
Because when you do it in the corner, it's just a lot harder to get that corner to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
But other than that, it was super easy. Like it took an hour. Like it was like the fastest thing ever.
So the fusible goes to the backing though, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the top is just on there and you just sew it.
Yes. So you're gonna put it right side down and then sew around, leaving a 2-inch gap. Turn it. You're gonna trim your corners, flip it inside out, push out your edges, and sew your opening closed by top stitching all the way around, and boom, you're done.
So this is just a thought I'm having. What if I just left it like this?
You can.
And then not cut it and then sew all the stuff and then cut it after I've sewn it.
That's not gonna work.
No.
well, no. Yeah, no, it could, because you would just have so each coaster after you did the cutting would have two edges that are sewn and two edges that aren't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be easier or not.
Okay. I'll probably try it the right way. Okay, so
But that was the easiest project on earth.
well, watch
It was so
me
fast.
try to do it after I get done with this.
It was really quick. Like it was I really appreciated how quick that was. I'm starting to like really appreciate these quick little projects because it makes me feel like I've done something.
Right.
You know, I don't feel like it gives me a sense of accomplishment. And that's important to me because, I'm one of those people.
I want to try and do the minky vacuum. I haven't done one yet.
I did.
You did?
It's just heavy. It's very heavy. I said if I ever do it again, I have to really love the person who's getting it.
Didn't like it?
No. It was so, even though I was just doing straight line stitching, it was so heavy to work with. And it kept wanting to drag on my machine. So you have to like keep it on you the entire time to keep it from dragging and making your stitches skip because it's pulling on your needle and stuff. So,
Oh, did you
but
use
it
a
was for my daughter and she was going to college. But I would never do that for like I probably would not do Minky for a donation quote. I don't think I got it in me. Unless it was small. Unless it was small, like a baby, like if it was like a baby quilt, like something small, I could do something small. But this was a nice lap size quilt. So
Yeah. Oh, so Lord Lindiana is in Northern California. Laura's she moved from Iowa to Minnesota.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Only because I know East Lansing is in Michigan.
Okay. And to Arizona. Is that a dry warm out there though? I'm curious because ours is like a wet. It's just like
They got desert out there. It's got to be a bit more dry.
the humidity. It's even humid in the winter.
Yes. I have to I have to have a dehumidifier in my space down here,
Oh, really?
or else everything will start to grow mold.
Oh, Lord.
And it's not like an immediate thing, but it'll happen over time.
She don't want to do a Minky either.
See that? I think I could suck it up for a baby quilt. I think I could suck it up for a baby quilt. But anything bigger than that, there is no way. There is no, and I know I'm gonna have to do it because I have so much Minky. Like, look.
I know. I got the Minky for Shannon's back. I got the Minky and I've got other Minky up there. It's just gonna sit there.
I blame Missouri Star.
I do too.
Because they had the cheapest friggin' Minky.
Yes, they do.
And they'll pop that stuff on sale and you get like 2 yards for $14. Yep. Like, how am I supposed to say no to 2 yards for $14?
And it's 60 wide.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. I've got some dark blue Minky up there. I've got some dark blue, like some midnight blue. That is going to be, if it's big enough,
oh, okay.
See, that is going to be the backing for the upscale plaid quilt that I showed you guys, the blue one. I can use that Minky for that.
You're going to put Minky on it?
I'm going to put Minky on it.
Is it big?
The quilt is going to be, what size is it? I think I might just make it. Hold on. Let me look at the thing. It's good. No, it's not going to make it because my throw is going to be 67 by 67.
You got a 2-yard cut or just a 1-yard cut?
It's a 2-yard cut, but that'll make it 60 by 72, so it'll be short. Probably if I had came to this realization sooner, I would have did the smaller one. I would have did the lap version, which is 53 by 53, but too late for that now.
Can you put a middle in it? Can you put a cotton middle in it and make it wider?
I'd probably just throw another piece of minky in there
Okay.
before I threw cotton in there. Because I'm thinking that minky would just be way too heavy. And it's going to be a pain in the neck to do. But since it's going to live in my home and probably take front and center in my living room, I would be okay with putting in the effort.
Okay. Well, I just got to bite the bullet. My friend who wanted me to teach her what I know, which is not a lot, she thinks it's a humongous, and I'm like, I'm just literally telling you what they say on YouTube.
I know.
She just don't want to watch the video, so I just translate it to her. So, she's the type that'll just get in there and get it done, and she does it. And I'm the one that has to sit there and ponder on everything before I do it.
Yeah, Laura said that it's there's very little humidity there. That she has
Yeah, I
some
saw
issues that make a dry climate much better for her.
Yeah.
My allergies would go away if I was in a dry climate.
Oh yeah, we got the worst allergies here. Do y'all have that in North Carolina?
Yep.
The only bad thing about it is because you're not allowed to go to the drugstore to get just Sudafed here. You have to have a script from your doctor. And so in Alabama, I could just go get Sudafed whenever I needed it for allergies, which you have to show an ID. But I mean, I wasn't buying it enough to, you know.
We need to show an ID, but for the most part, like I don't need the I just need the decongestant. So I just go with like regular Allegra, and if I need the decongestant, I just go with like Allegra D, and they allow us to buy that without a prescription.
Yeah, you can't buy anything with a D here. You can't buy regular Sudafed. You can't buy Claritin D. You can't buy Allegra D. You can just get the Sudafed that makes you sleepy.
How bad was the meth there that you can't get any daggone Sudafed at all?
You can, but you got to go to the doctor and get a script for it.
I mean, if you need a prescription to get a decongestant, like
I don't know. I don't know that it was that bad. I mean, I'm not into that world, but
I think the only justification, right?
That's what I'm thinking. But the thing about it is, why can't we just show our ID like other people?
Right. They track it. So it's not even like you just show your ID here. You show your ID and it goes into like a system, and they monitors how much you buy.
Right.
So if you buy like a crap ton of it, they know, and they'll cut you off, like you're limited. So that's just
right. There's a lot, like you have to understand here in this county, we just became, I think it was 2020, we just became a wet county. We was always a dry county. You had to go out of this county just to be able to go get any kind of alcohol, not including beer, I think, or wine, just alcohol, the like liquor, whiskey. You had to go out of the county to get that.
That's crazy. I know when we went to Tennessee for my birthday in 2022, we had that issue. We were like, we knew, but we weren't thinking that we should probably stop on the way, or, you know, because we're just thinking we can just get what we need when we get there without thinking, oh, wait, it's a dry county. So we had to like drive up because we were in Sevierville. I can never say that right. But we were in that area, and it was we had to go, we got lost. We had to go all up in these like hills and mountains to find this one raggedy liquor store.
I know, it's like the only reason I think they even allowed it to become where you could, because the restaurants wanted to be able to serve drinks because you couldn't get a drink in a restaurant.
Oh,
And the town started growing. And so, you know, since the town started growing and a lot of people, I think some people from California even moved here. And we didn't have, I mean, we had a little bit, but not like other people have access to. And so, you know, if you want people to go out for dinner, you know, they might want to have a drink. And you don't want to keep sending them out of your city because they can't, you know, have a nice evening out unless they go out of your city. So I think that's probably the only reason why.
But that's why, because ours was just like a Sunday thing. You at first, I think first when I moved here, like you couldn't buy. Well, you already can't buy alcohol on Sunday, period, because it's regulated by the state, and they're not.
Right.
So there's no alcohol on Sunday unless you go to a restaurant and then you can get it. But it
Right.
used to be that you couldn't buy beer or wine until I think it started. Well, I know for a long time it was noon, and they just changed it to 10 o'clock. And they changed it to 10 o'clock because all the people wanted to have mimosas at brunch, and they couldn't.
Right.
So they changed it to 10 o'clock here.
If you'd have known some people up there in Tennessee, you probably could have just got some moonshine.
Oh, I don't mess with the moonshine. That stuff tastes gross.
Some Crawford County White Lightning in Georgia.
Stuff is disgusting.
You know, you can buy that. You know, some of them has got where they sell it legally, the moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
And
they have moonshine in our ABC stores, in our liquor stores.
Yeah, my husband, he's from Tennessee, but he's from Tennessee, and then his mom is Canadian.
Okay.
But he grew up a little bit in Canada when he was little, but mostly from Tennessee. So he'll bring home, he likes that Jack Daniel's honey whiskey.
Okay.
He'll bring home some of that moonshine from the store, legal moonshine. And he told me one time, he said, sip this. And I was like, Lord have mercy, it took my breath.
Yeah, no, I don't mess with that stuff. Unless it's like super candy like there's one it's a banana pudding moonshine. It doesn't have any of the moonshine taste at all.
Really?
Yeah, and it just tastes like bananas and like cinnamon. It's so good. We wanted to try it, so we just have like a little shot in there. It's just like a little almost like an airplane bottle, but it was shaped like a moonshine bottle. I had that roundness. That stuff was so good.
Hello, my quote projects.
Hey.
Blue laws. What's blue laws? What does that mean?
Those are the laws against the liquor, when you can sell it, when you can't. That's what we call them, blue laws.
Oh, okay.
That's what they used to call it back in the day. Oh, Arizona is the same. The state regulates your yeah. Oh, with the medication, not the liquor. She's talking about the medication.
It's a pain in the butt. I mean, I'm not against you know, doing whatever they can to help the drug use. That's fine. But at least let us show ID and just go get it. I know banana pudding, right? My quilt projects, please tell me your name because I think you're the one that helped me with my sewing machine.
Yeah, it was like the first moonshine I ever had that didn't have that nasty moonshine aftertaste.
Do you remember what brand it was?
I want to say it was called Old Smoky, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think it was like a well-known brand. But in North Carolina, you can make a small amount for yourself for personal use. I think you can
Really?
make up to 5 gallons of moonshine for personal use. Yeah,
Okay.
Lord, that banana pudding moonshine was delicious. If
I
you
was
put a
watching.
splash of Fireball in there, it'd be like you're drinking dessert for real.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna have to get him to try some of that. I know we would watch the Moonshiners. Dawn, yes,
Yeah.
is it working? Thank you, Dawn. I wanted to tell you, thank you, thank you. I thought I was doing it, and it just did it to me again. But I guess before you popped up there, but I'm paying more attention now when I do it to make sure. But it's just weird to me when I come across um the top here to go down to bring the thread down. It feels very tight in between them discs. It feels and it makes noise like it's scratching up against something. I don't know. But yes, I'm paying attention. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Did you clean out your tension discs?
I don't know how to do
So is it like, does it thread like a Juki in the front? How does I don't know how your machine threads.
that.
We'll do it when we'll do a separate Zoom when it's just me and you, and I can look at the front of your machine.
Just as the regular, like you would just a regular, the up and down, and then you come down.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it don't have the tension disc. It's just the regular. But when you're coming back down on that last pass before you put it into your needle, them disc in there, for some reason you can hear the thread scratching. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes like with the Juki, it's on the outside. Well, it's like on the front of the machine in a different place. And so sometimes like it can get sometimes you gotta like clean it out and like you have to take like a small piece of fabric or something and just kind of get it in there, kind of.
Okay. No, don't. It's not new. It's refurbished. But I mean, it's fine if I pay attention. If I pay attention, it works fine. Yeah, the drug dealers are going to get what they want. Yeah, because they follow the laws. The drug dealers follow the laws.
The drug dealer's just gonna go to another state and get what they want. Like that's just
Yeah.
dumb.
They follow all them laws. That's yeah. I know. When I come here because in Alabama, let's see, that's when we left Alabama and moved here because I met my husband in Alabama, and then we moved here. And in Alabama, you could just go. When I was pregnant, I had to take Sudafed for my allergies, and you just went and got it. And when we got here, because I grew up having to take allergy shots, so sometimes it gets pretty bad for me. And I went to the store and they're like, you can't do that. What? Why can't I do that? What happened?
Doctor's cough. I would be pretty stinking livid if I had to go to the doctor every time I needed a decongestant.
Well, when I used to work for the doctor at the doctor's office because I do medical billing.
Oh.
If I was, and they could see and they give me a short little office visit, and check me out so I could get one. But now that I work from home and I don't have a doctor's office, you can try to teledoc it from telehealth. They might give you some. They usually give you Edahist, which is fine because I like the Edahist. The Edahist is fine too. But I don't think it's right for people to have to suffer because.
Or you got to pay a $25 copay.
telehealth, you have to pay on my plan, you have to pay $20. I hadn't even been to the doctor which I just did a telehealth weight management on the teledoc, the iPad, and it was free.
Yeah, some programs like that are free, like smoking cessation, weight loss, a lot of that stuff will be free.
I was like, okay, please teach me how to eat, because I eat like a college kid.
I think they finally like got wise to the idea that like if you help people stop smoking or help them lose weight, then they're going to cost you less in the long run from other services. So let it be free.
I know. Yes, let it be free.
Like, you good? You okay?
Uh-oh. So, Dawn, if you're in your sewing corner, what are you working on too? Oh, Laura did medical billing. Yeah, I've done medical billing. I mean, I've been up to billing manager at a billing company, but I've been a billing director. I just got to where I just want to do my job and go home. Well, I don't have to do my job at home. I can sit at home and do my job. I can roll out of bed and go to work.
It's the best.
And so, you know, at my age, I don't feel like having to put up with telling adults what to do. You know, or teaching people. I got, you know, when you work, I worked for a billing company that had a lot of turnover, and it was a lot of training, and I don't want to have to do all that. So I actually, what I've done is, and I've done this twice because I get burnt out on billing. I stopped and I was a realtor for a couple of years. And I went back to billing, and I stopped and I did the post office for a minute. But now I found me a real good company that I can work from home, and I love it.
Yeah, I've been with my job for almost 17 years. I guess April will make 17 years.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to work from home until 2020. Now I had like flex, so like I had like probably for the last 10 years, I've had the ability to where like if I was sick, I could work from home. If it was you know, snowing outside or bad weather, I could work from home, or one of my kids was sick, I could work from home. But I couldn't work every day. But once the pandemic hit, then I could work from home every day.
Yeah, I like it. I wish I didn't have to work at all, but
wouldn't that be lovely?
Oh my gosh. By the time I get my social security, I'm either sure they're not going to have it, or I'm going to have to work till I'm 75.
I'm definitely going to be working till I'm 80.
Yeah. I will have to stop spending money. And that ain't fixing to happen right now, so I gotta keep working.
Yeah, my only saving grace is that if my house is paid off, if I can get my house paid off, then I'll be okay. But if not,
she's
and
building.
I bought the house when I bought the house at 39, 40, or something like that. So if I play it off in real time, I'll be 70 by the time the house is paid off. That's not going to work. So I need to accelerate my payment schedule here.
Yeah.
But I gotta stop. I gotta pay for college first, so I can have some extra money to throw toward the mortgage and get it paid off sooner.
Well, I'm hoping for that redneck lottery, that redneck retirement fund. The lottery. Which we know is a pipe dream.
I mean, I won the lottery the other day. I got $20.
Yeah. Donna is working
Whole
on
dollars.
a 6-inch block that she's having a seam rip. Laura worked with anesthesiologists and physical therapists. I've done some not a lot of physical therapy, a little bit. I worked at a spine group. Oh, and Laura's having issues with her embroidery label, her quilt label, embroidered.
Oh,
quilt.
no.
Physical therapy billing, it was okay. I mean, I didn't do a lot of it, but they use a lot of the same codes, which is the only bad thing about that is getting stuff authorized if the front desk don't do what they're supposed to. Lord, I don't want to talk about that.
So Dawn, what's going on with your block?
And then Laura's something's with her embroidery machine. What kind of block are you building? Occupational speech therapy, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine the school district. I think everything is just, I'm just happy where I'm at. It took me, I'll be working and billing since 2005. And I finally found somewhere I might like and stay. I've been working for this company for over a year. So I'm pretty good.
It's nice when you find a company you don't mind working for.
I know.
When you hate your job, it is rough.
Oh my gosh.
I have been there, and it is like when your whole demeanor changes when you walk into the building, it's just like,
yeah, it just
not good.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be here.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't the job, it was the particular boss I had at the time. She was a very nice lady outside of work, but just very difficult to work for.
That makes it hard. That makes it hard for you.
It made it harder, right? Because she was super nice, cared about your family, and those types of things. But gosh, she was just the most micromanaging person I've ever seen in my life. I cannot tell you how many people that I've known that had to get off of her team and go work for somebody else, or just left the company because they couldn't work for her.
Yes. And that's the thing. You hire somebody to, and this is my thing as was a manager. I'm not here to do your job. You're getting paid to do the job. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I mean, I will help you if you need help, but I'm not going to do
or
the
if
job.
I'm not doing if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, then of course you need to let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
Yes.
I expect that, but geez, it was a lot.
And that's how I did as a manager. I was like, I love my girls. If they were doing their job, I could do my job.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were doing their job, I left them alone.
But she would look for it though. It's like if because we were in I work in mortgages. So this was at the time, this was like before the '08 crash, when the
Yeah.
market was like really, really hot. We were
Oh my
working
God.
tons of overtime, because I was an underwriter, and I was working tons of overtime, um, and we were swamped, we were overloaded, our pipelines were twice what they should be. So if you know that I'm doing twice the amount of work that I'm supposed to be doing, you should cut me a little bit of slack. So if something's supposed to be, because we had certain metrics where this had to be done in every 2 days, or this had to be done every 5 days, or this had to be done every 3 days. And so
Right.
we were graded and clocked on that. We were measured on that. And it was like, well, this you were supposed to do this at day 3, but you didn't do it until day 4.
Oh wow.
But I've got twice the work I'm supposed to have, ma'am.
Wow.
But like I
Yeah.
said, she was super sweet. I'm still friends with her on Facebook. She was
Oh,
super nice, just incredibly nice person outside of work. Just the nicest person. Husband was nice, but who, as a manager, she was horrible. Horrible.
it's I've worked for a person like that, and it was the same way. She was super nice, but it's almost like she didn't think that anybody could do the job other than her. So, she felt like she had to do it all.
Yeah. Some people
But
just have like control issues with that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
very much. And that's sad because, if you've got a good group of people, you're going to lose them.
I had another manager like we actually got him removed to another team. He was so bad. He was so bad. He was very young though, and he had really good ideas. Um, he just was very incons. He just you can't do as I say, not as I do, as a manager. That doesn't work.
Right?
So eventually, like I think 3 people quit. One person, yeah, 3 people quit. Another one basically almost like had a nervous breakdown at work and had to be reassigned to another team. He was
Yeah,
bad.
that is bad.
He
That
was
sounds like
bad.
Laura's had that same issue. It looks like she had ulcers, and then Dawn's got 49 pieces in her block. What is
Oh,
going on?
why would you put yourself through that? Oh, 49 pieces, Dawn. Oh, you had ulcers, Laura. Wow. Yeah,
Sounds
that's
like
a lot of stress. That's a lot of stress.
that's a lot of stress.
So you have to make 2 of these 6-inch blocks with 49 pieces?
Sorry, y'all. I'm having issues. I was being unplugged. I mean, I was. If I made you drunk, I'm sorry. Is that good? Is that okay? I had to plug up. I forgot to plug up my computer.
Oh, yeah, I think you're good.
It's still not showing that it's charging. Let's see.
Are you off tomorrow, or do you have? Oh, you work for a doctor's office, so you probably have work.
Well, I work for a company that it does medical billing for a bunch of different places, like
Mhm.
across the country. So she's Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. Ha! Um, it's got the one I work for is I don't know. We have Baptist here that's a hospital, but they have clinics. So the ones I work for in Washington is a hospital and has clinics.
Okay.
So it's not just one, it's a group. It's a big group. A big old group. So there's always plenty to do. Yeah, we don't get this is the only thing I have to say about this company that I don't like is you have to use PTO for your holidays.
Oh.
But they give you a lot of PTO. You get like 5.52 hours every 2 weeks.
Well, that's not bad.
But then you have to use it for your, have you ever heard of that?
I have heard of that.
That's the only thing thing I don't like.
But it's almost like they give you extra to compensate. So it's like instead of getting 80 hours or 2 weeks, they give you the extra for the holidays, I guess.
Right. Yeah. That's true. And they give a ton of sick time, but you have to be on top of that, but you have to be sick one day and then the second day your sick time goes in. So it's okay.
Okay, so the first day doesn't count?
Right. You have to use PTO for the first day.
Okay.
Weird.
There's probably one person that abused it and made it like that.
That's true. That's true. I can see that.
One person.
Yeah, just like the Sudafed. Oh, that's funny. So how much you like on the plaid quilt?
Huh?
How much you like? How much you got left?
On the plaid?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing 2 of them.
You're doing 2 of them? I
Yeah,
didn't catch that.
2 different colors. So one of them, I mean, if I just worked on the blue one, it would probably be done by now. Like I have a finished quilt top.
Have a good day.
Bye, Donna.
So if you did what now?
Hmm?
So if you did what now?
So if I had just worked on the first colorway that I showed you, because I already had one quadrant completed. So if I had just chosen to work on that quilt today, that quilt would be done.
Okay.
And I have a finished quilt top. But I don't want to do that. I kind of want to keep them at the same pace. So I finished. So whatever stage I'm at for one colorway, I like to get to that stage for the second colorway before I move on.
Okay. I sew slow.
Just because there's a lot of seams to match.
No, you sew fast. I sew slow. I am slow. Should have named my channel Turtle Quilting. Is she going to even start? Well, she finally got started. Now let's see how long it takes her. Oh my goodness. I found another channel I was going to tell you about. This lady has done, oh, it's the lady that made the Hurdy ruler. What's her name?
The what ruler?
The Hurdy ruler that does the
Oh,
half.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I mean, I know the ruler, but I'm not sure of the channel.
Okay, well, she has done a binding of chunky binding. Like it's like an inch or more thicker, like an inch or two thick binding.
Huh.
And the way that she's done this binding, like she even shows you can take your zipper foot and put your binding on. Like she shows all these different methods of the feet that you can use to put your binding on.
Now I have seen them use the zipper foot before.
Have you? I thought that was just. I'm gonna see if I got one. I want to try it.
I did not try it, but I did see it, and I was like, I don't know.
Because I mean, it's a flat. Do I have one?
Probably. It's a standard foot, so you have to.
Okay, I do. All right, so this it's flat, so it's like just it feels like it would just do awesome in my head. In my head, it's working. In my head, it works.
I want a serger really bad, so I don't have to trim my quilts.
What?
I mean, I had seen it done before, and then I was like, oh, that looks like a great idea. And so I got a serger foot for my machine, but it wasn't compatible and it didn't fit. So I couldn't use it. So I don't know. But like, because if you have, because the serger cuts the edge off. So you can attach your binding and cut off your excess quilt top at the same time.
What? That's crazy.
Bobby with Brittany showed it on, I think it was on her Instagram. I'll send you the link.
That's crazy talk. I don't know what this foot is, but
you see it?
Where?
Probably in the one by your machine. In the camera that's focused on your machine.
What am I looking at?
No, you showed me the foot.
Oh.
You said, what is this foot? I was like, let me see.
Oh. Can you see it?
Oh, I've got one of those. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. Is it an edge joining foot?
I don't know, but Laura says she serges the edge of her quilts. Holy crap, I didn't even know that was. I don't even know what a serger is.
It's like it's just like a sewing machine, except it cuts and sews at the same time.
Oh, what's this foot? What's this?
That's the non-stick, like the Teflon foot.
Does it do binding?
Oh, I have no idea.
I feel like
it's sticky materials.
I feel like she used this thing. I feel like she used this one too to do binding. For some reason, in my head,
I'll have to check that out because I hate binding. I think the only reason I hate binding is because you are correct. I do like to sew very, very fast, and you cannot sew binding quickly. You have to slow down, and if you don't slow down, you will make mistakes, which I make mistakes because I sew too fast.
well, when I first started, I could not in my head wrap I couldn't figure out the binding. If it wasn't
especially self-taught, no video, trying to teach yourself binding. that you've never seen before from an article.
From a Fonz and Porter video.
I didn't even have a video. I had an article with pictures. So I'm like, no. So the first quilt I did was I turned it. I just birthed it. I birthed the quilt. So I wouldn't have to do binding.
You did what?
That's what they call it.
Oh.
It's like how you're about to do that coaster.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
doing
okay.
the same thing on a quilt. They
I
call
gotcha.
it birthing a quilt because you have to like flip it inside out. It's like giving birth.
Okay.
Or sometimes they call it turning a quilt, but I just like birthing. I think it's funny.
Uh,
But that's literally the only thing I would use a serger for. So I
Yeah.
can't justify buying it when I already have 3 sewing machines.
Yeah. My friend, now I have another friend that she can do clothes, she can do all that good and awesome stuff that I can't do. But she has a serger. I think she uses it for clothes.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's mostly used for, like clothes, home decor, that type of stuff. But specifically for quilting, that's the only way I've seen it used is for binding. But I'm sure it has other uses as well.
Well, when Laura gets her channel up and going, she's gonna teach.
Know. She can do she can do a tutorial on how to use a serger to do binding.
And she's also going to teach us how to crochet, and she's going to teach us how to make doilies. Laura, you got a lot to do.
You have a full plate, Laura.
We're just kidding. But unless you want to. Otherwise, we're just kidding.
I would definitely watch that though. And I want to see Dawn's block with 49 daggone pieces in it.
I know. I think did she leave? No, that was Donna.
Yeah, Donna. Well, Dawn said she'd be right back. Said she had to.
I wish that people could put pictures of their stuff in the chat.
I know.
Wouldn't that be cool? Okay. All I have to do is trim her up and quilt her. I got so many tops over there that's got to be quilted.
I don't even want to talk about how many unquilted tops I have.
I really think I want to work on finish these Valentine stuff.
I'm going to work on these plaid quilts, and then I'm not going to work on any other quilts until the retreat, because I know we're going to be starting at least 2 new quilts during the retreat. Technically 3, probably like another table runner or table topper. So 2 full-size quilts or 2 lap-size quilts, and then some other smaller project. So once I'm done with this, I probably won't work on any. I'll probably just pull out some of my whips and work on those.
Is that the GE?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hello, beautiful. How you doing? You doing okay? Let's see. She's doing laundry. She'll upload the video to her channel.
Yeah, I'll definitely go check that out. Because I want to see that block.
Yeah. Laura said, no, her plate's full right now. Okay.
Hey, it's all right.
Maybe one day. We understand. So I know Sean was putting people's channels in the chat by doing a I and then their name. Is that how you do it, or you put an at?
It's not an at, but I don't remember what it was, and I
He
don't
does
know.
exclamation point.
Yeah, I think it's an exclamation point,
Oh, don't do that. That's gonna fall.
but I don't know how to do it.
Let's see if it'll work. I'm gonna try at, not at, silly goose. Okay. Okay. Does that put your channel in there? Dawn? Does anybody else have a channel?
It didn't put it in there, but I'm gonna put it in there because I just went to her page and just subscribed,
Okay.
and so I'm gonna put it in there.
I'm gonna have to do it later because I'm old and slow. I thought the at worked. The at sign.
Oh, maybe it does. I'm not sure.
Look at there. Let's see. Let's just try. At. I'll try mine. At. Norton wants me to restart my computer. I don't guess it does.
Yeah, I don't think I have it set up to do that because I know how. I didn't know how.
I selfie or exclamation point selfie. I'm just learning.
I'm so tired of matching these seams.
I get that, Laura. I have a friend that does that too. And then when you know the person, you're like, I know something's wrong with you. You gonna get it off your chest, or are we just gonna, yeah. Oh, I can do this one right here. Okay. Let's see what I got. If you use a streaming service, you can program the exclamation point with, oh, okay. I gotcha.
Oh, okay. So that's how we have to do it.
So, dumb question. Would it be a different streaming service than Zoom? Because I know when I did it with him, he used Zoom. So it must be in addition to, or you do it in the Zoom settings.
It's got to be something like that.
It's probably in the settings then. I'm going to try and do these coasters.
Yeah, that was quick. It was so quick. The hardest part was, I think not the hardest part, but I think I spent the most time on figuring out exactly how I wanted to cut it. And sometimes my seam allowance was extremely small. But I'm like, these are just for me. They're for my house. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, these aren't 5 at all.
Right. They're not.
Oh, mercy.
Right. So mine ended up being a little smaller than my batting and backing. So that's what I mean. I had to center it. So I think I cut that's what I did. I cut I think that's why I did it the way I did it. So I cut when I fused the fusible to the backing, and then I cut that at 5 inches. And then I cut my coaster piece as best I could while still maintaining the integrity of the shape, but it was a tiny bit smaller than 5 inches. So I centered it on there, but I still sewed it around the 5-inch fusible and backing piece that I put. So I still used a 1/4 inch seam. It's just that the piece that was capturing the coaster fabric wasn't a 1/4 inch.
Gotcha.
So I probably spent more time figuring out exactly how I wanted to go about that than anything else.
I gotcha.
But once I decided what I was going to do, then I was just off to the races and I had them knocked out in an hour. See if I can get this close enough without pinning.
Okay. I'm not even gonna think about it that much. Lord. I don't think it can get any lazier than that. All right. How long do you leave your iron on this fusible, you think?
I think I just lifted and I think I sat it for maybe 10 or 15 seconds and then I lifted up and sat it, just until I got to the end. And then I just kind of let it cool down and made sure it wasn't moving. And as long as it wasn't moving, it was fused enough for me.
Have you ever went on one of them Zooms with Monique?
I haven't. No, that's not true. I did one. One that she did with Sobecca. I was on that one. I watched that one.
No, I'm talking about when she sends you the link to the classes.
Yeah, there was one that she did with it was either Fallon
Okay.
or Sobecca or both of them. It was
I got you.
the sunset project that she did using her own fabric.
Okay.
So that one I did watch that one. I usually miss them or I've already put it together and so I don't need
Yeah.
like sometimes I've already done it and so I don't need to watch. But I do want to actually start trying to watch though. Because sometimes just by watching, I can pick up other stuff. So I probably won't watch it in real time, but I do want to go back and watch the recording.
Okay. Okay, Dawn. Have a good night. Morning, ladies from Western Australia. Oh my goodness. Hello, Janet.
Hello.
Enjoy your live. Kathleen's got to go to dinner. I know my stomach's thinking about dinner too.
I know. I can't even speak. I'm gonna have to get something to eat too. Bye, Kathleen. I didn't realize you were in Canada.
Kathleen's in Canada?
Isn't that what that little C
California.
means?
I think she's California.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
the Northern California.
Okay. Duh. Because right above it, when I saw Western Australia and I saw the AU, and I was like, oh, and then looking at her last name, that could definitely be Frenchish, right? For Kathleen. That could definitely
yeah.
that could be kind of Frenchish. I was like, oh, maybe she's in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
No problem, Dawn. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm definitely watching to see that block. And I'll check out some of your other videos too.
Yes.
I want to see the block. That's a lot of pieces. I mean, if it was like, a 12-inch block, a 20-inch block, but can you imagine a 6-inch block with that many pieces?
That's crazy talk. That hurts my brain just thinking about it. I mean, do the coasters have to be square? I mean, do they have to be?
They don't. You could actually
These-
make it into little hexagon.
These aren't even close to being square. So mine's gonna be cattywampus.
It's so, but even though you, that's the thing, even though your coaster's not perfect, you can cut that backing and fusible perfect to 5 inches. And then you can still sew the 5 inch, you can still, then you center the coaster and then you sew around it. So you're still sewing a 1/4 inch seam and it's still going to end up being the same size. You're just going to be taking a narrower seam on your coaster fabric, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? Like,
Well, I
this
got
is-
that square the backing. Square
yeah.
the I got that part.
So like if this was my backing and then this was my coaster, but my coaster was a little smaller, I would center it like that and I would still sew around the edge of the backing. And so I was able to, because of the way I cut mine, I only had maybe like 1/8 of an inch all around.
Yeah.
And so since it was only 1/8 of an inch, I still did my 1/4 inch seam from here. And then I just caught the fabric 1/8 of an inch here.
Okay.
That's what I did. So that way the coaster would still be 4 inches or 4.5 inches.
Okay. Well, I'm already cut. I'll pay attention next time.
No, I mean I think you're doing it right.
Oh, so I just take this and turn it upside down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all around and leave a 2 inch gap and you're good to go.
Well, there we go. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if it turns out.
I mean, mine aren't perfect, but I mean, if you come to my house and judge me for my coasters, you can get out.
She said, "Get out.
Get out.
Get out the front door." Oh, that's good. I'm going to redo that. Ah. So what time is it in Australia?
That's a good question.
It is 4:18 here.
And not just what time, you gotta tell us what day it is, because I can't remember if you're before, ahead of us, or behind us.
Ah. You don't like my coasters. Get out. Get out of my house. I love that.
Wow, 6:18 on. Okay, so it's a full 24. It's a full 25 hours ahead of me. No, she said She said AM. I'm a moron. So 13 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Already Monday. Oh, mercy. Are you getting ready for work?
Maybe.
You work nights, maybe?
She said it's 6:18 AM. So if she might be getting up for work. Or she could have just came home from work.
Yeah.
I probably gotta get ready to go too. I'm hungry.
I am too. I'm starving.
Oh, you're retired. That's so
Started
lovely, Janet.
the new diet and I don't know what I'm supposed to eat.
What kind of diet are you doing?
We're on a bobbin thread. I'm doing it's called a low FODMAP diet because my stomach always looks like I'm 6 to 8 to 10 months pregnant.
Yep,
And
I've heard of that.
so my dietitian said I have to eliminate foods and start all over.
Mm.
And so I cheated and did the easy way and ordered some dinners for 2 weeks that's low FODMAP.
Hey,
But they don't get here till the 23rd. So I'm eating plain chicken wings with just salt and pepper.
well, you don't have to worry about FODMAP with me. So
Yeah, well, it's mostly because my I've always had stomach issues, but my stomach just stays to where I look like I'm pregnant.
well, mine does that too, but it's just because I'm fat.
Yeah.
Like
But
that.
I have a problem when
That's
I
legit
eat.
mine.
Yeah, when I eat, it bloats so bad, like it gets bigger and then it'll go down.
Yeah, I don't have that. It just stays where it is.
Yeah, mine likes to decide what it's gonna do on its own. It has a mind of its own. It says today we're gonna be 3 months pregnant. Tomorrow we're gonna be 9 months pregnant.
Oh, she just came from home from dropping her husband off at the airport. I guess he works away.
Oh, okay. Do you like being retired? My mom didn't particularly like not working.
Really?
I think I'm gonna love it.
I know I'm gonna love it. I have no question. But I'm also a solitary person.
Well, I can make myself happy being by myself. That's fine. And I can find something to do. My mom worked 2 and 3 jobs, so she never found a hobby and she could never relax. So she didn't like it.
Yeah, because she didn't have anything to do.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. If you go from, being a mom and having all these jobs, and then all of a sudden now you're like, so what am I supposed to do with all this time?
Right. She had a lot of nervous energy.
I wish I did. Maybe I would be thinner if I just
Janet,
moved more.
Janet likes retired, and Laura keeps her carbs under 50. I crave carbs. I don't know how not to crave carbs.
You have to stop eating them. Once you stop eating them, you stop craving them. It sounds weird, but it's true. I did the same thing, Laura. I've been working on my weight for a long time. I've struggled for a long time. And there was a lot I just did not know about food until like the past 5 years. And so I have also been keeping my carbs low. I think I think at my heaviest I was like 270 pounds. I had weight loss surgery. I got down to about 220, and then my marriage started falling apart. Then I gained weight, and then the pandemic happened, and next thing I knew, I was 240. So now I'm back down to 200, but I have to eat low carb, and now I fast for at least 36 hours once a week.
So How do you fast? Like, what do you do?
So, like for instance, I prefer to fast on Wednesday. It's my easiest day because I eat really well on Monday and Tuesday, which really helps to take away any cravings that I might have gotten from eating poorly over the weekend. And I'll just stop eating Tuesday night at like 8 o'clock, and then I just don't eat again until Thursday morning.
Oh my gosh. See, I would feel like my sugar would be dropping and I'd have to eat something.
You got to take electrolytes because when you cut your carbohydrates, when you don't eat and you fast, your body drops all the water, and so you lose all of your salt, all of your minerals, all of that. So you have to replace the salt and the potassium to not feel like garbage.
Oh, okay.
But I just started doing that. This is my third week. This week I did 40 hours though, because I just wasn't hungry. When you don't eat, your hunger goes away. It sounds weird, but that's what happens.
Well,
Yeah,
that
you
would
go,
be
yeah, Janet. Oh yeah, so Laura, you did well. Um, she said, yeah, it's true. Once you stop eating carbs, you don't crave them. Um, and she said her highest weight was 260, and she's currently 120, and she only eats between 10 and 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's just sometimes when you say the word keto, people get like I do extended fast. I know I don't have to do extended fasts, but I'll tell you why I do them. Because that eating window that you have between 10 and 6, I can't do that. Because I had the weight loss surgery, I can only eat but a tiny amount of food at one time. So if I cut my eating window, I tried this. I tried just doing intermittent fasting and having a an eating window. Sorry, I messed up my camera. But it just doesn't work for me because I can't get enough food in. I can't get enough food in. So I have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in order to get enough calories in for my body, if that makes sense. So I started doing the extended fasts because I like to have fun on the weekends. Now, if I stopped having fun on the weekends, then I wouldn't be doing the extended fast. But on the weekends, I like to have some carbs. I like to have some bread. If I want to go to Chick-fil-A and have a sandwich, I want to go to Chick-fil-A and have a sandwich. So that's why I started fasting, because it gives me a little bit more flexibility to do stuff that I want to do on the weekends.
I have to do this low FOD, and then I have to, after I get done with that and start reintroducing food back in, she's talking about, Janet said the keto. My
Mm-hmm.
dietitian is talking about the Mediterranean diet.
If I ate Mediterranean, I'd be 500 pounds because at the end of the day, I just can't eat bread and potatoes and beans like that. Carnivore does work really well, Janet. It does, but I need more variety in my food. I really do. Like I can eat meat for a couple of days, but I can't just eat meat. At some point, I'm gonna need a strawberry or something. A broccoli. I'm gonna need some broccoli. I want a sweet potato sometimes. Not gonna, it's not gonna work for me. But if I could do it, I would. If I could do it, even if I could just do it for a month, I would do it. But I don't think I can. So I tried intermittent fasting where I shrunk my eating window. I tried that. And don't get me wrong, it does work. It does work. And like I said, if I wanted to give up fun time on the weekends, I would just eat 3 meals a day and just keep my carbs under 20. And then I wouldn't do any fasting, no intermittent fasting, no nothing like that.
I've got my battery in. Why is it doing that? You should plug in your device. Well, I thought I did. Oh my goodness.
But I'm gonna go get something to eat, guys. You guys can stay on the thingy though, on the Zoom.
Well, I think I need to go too because I'm sure my husband's starving and we got to figure out what I can eat. But thank you, all you guys that come and watched us and joined us for a good chat.
I
That
had a
was
good time.
I do too. I have to do it on my channel.
You know, we need to. The next one.
Okay. Whenever you want. Because I like
It's
this.
gonna be after QuiltCon. So after QuiltCon,
Okay.
we can schedule it now, but we'll schedule it for after QuiltCon, and then we
You
can
have
talk
to
about it.
You'll have to walk me through it.
Oh yeah, I'll walk
Okay.
you through it. We'll do a Zoom together. I'll share my screen,
Okay.
and then I'll show you what I'm doing, and we
Okay.
can talk through everything.
But everybody that come and we'll do it again, and if ever on mine or hers or it doesn't matter. She says her doctor doesn't recommend anything under 50 carbs. Give the ladies a thumbs up. Thank you, Janet.
Yeah, 50 is like a fun day. If I give myself 50, like today, like I'm eating 50 grams of carbs today because it's a fun day. It's the weekend.
I don't know what
During the
sugar milk
week,
is.
during the week, no, I can't do 50.
What's sugar milk?
Oh, I think I think she meant sugar, milk.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking.
Well, I about can't see.
No, I'm thinking, no, there is no comma, but I'm thinking that there's a implied comma.
Okay. I was wondering if she meant like lactose free.
Yeah, the sugar in milk, but to me, it's all sugar. It's not.
Well, I can have sugar. Like right now, I can have sugar. Like not a lot, but it's not cutting out any, like all the sugar. I can have.
So sugar doesn't bloat you.
I don't know what bloats me because.
Oh, that's what you're trying to figure out. Duh.
Yeah.
That's why you're doing the whole elimination.
It don't matter what I eat. I was diagnosed with IBS years and years back, but since I've gotten older, my stomach is just getting worse as far as the bloating and stuff. And so we're trying to figure out. I got to go on lactose free milk. I do have to do that.
Yeah, I can't have lactose.
Sugar is bad. Yes, sugar is bad. I agree.
Sugar is bad. Sugar is like a drug. It literally lights the brain up like heroin.
Artificial sugar's bad. Everything's bad. Bad. I had
I'm not giving up my liquid Splenda though. I don't care what anybody says. I cannot make it without coffee. Okay. I gave up sugar. They said sugar was bad. I gave up sugar. I switched to Equal. They said Equal was bad. So then I switched to Splenda, and then Splenda was bad. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm done with y'all. I'm done with all of you.
I like
it's like 3 drops a day. That's it. If 3 drops of liquid Splenda a day is gonna ruin my health, then so be it.
I don't think so.
So be it.
Well, I'm going to go find probably some more chicken wings with salt and pepper.
I'll be having chicken wings. They'll just be fried.
Mine's coming out the oven.
That's why I'll be fasting on Wednesday. To make up for the fried chicken.
Oh. Well, thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I had a blast. I really did. I talked more than I should have.
No. No. No, ma'am. I think you have to shut us down, though.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. Bye, guys.